Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. In this video I'm going to share with you how I produced the track Forrest Love, because I have another track what I can release the next few weeks with a record label, which makes the total number of tracks I released with record labels on 13 with 4 different record labels, and I'm really happy to show you that because it really means a lot to me, that track. It's about Forrest, it's about the love behind it. I'm going to share with you the project in FL Studio and let's see what I actually did there, and maybe also what this track needed to become from this average track to a really good track, what actually a record label wants to release. Like this video before I start, subscribe to my channel to not miss out any house music production tutorials, and also go on the link in my description. I created this online course where you can learn house music production in detail, but just check out the link and then you can sign up with your email. So the beginning of the track starts basically with a few elements. It's obviously that kick which is playing. This is actually just a sample I bought from Zenworld. Definitely check out his YouTube videos as well. Then I have this shaker. Oh, that's not even a shaker. That's a random... That's a bongo. That's a bongo. It's two... Oh, this is really interesting. This sound, what you hear here... That's two samples. This is again how important it is to layer tracks, because with those two it sounds way more interesting. Then we have in the background we have this Forrest ambient sample, which is also, I believe, sidechained. It has a sidechain here with Kickstart 2. It has, what kind of filter does it have? It has obviously a high pass filter to cut all the low end out. And yeah. And then I have this piano playing as well. So it's literally just, this track is actually produced with FL keys, a free plugin, or like the FL Studio stock plugin. And what is this one here? That is, oh, that's Dark Wave, and I think I put a sample. I believe really that I put from the packs from FL Studio. I went on instruments and then I went on keyboard and I found one of the samples here from the FL, just the FL keyboard, put it into this Dark Wave, and then I layered it on top. Let's see how that is. Let's see. Yeah, it's literally 2 layers. FL keys. And as you can hear, it has also delay on it. Oh yeah, interesting. So I layered it on different channels. Let's listen to both. And this high piano is... If you want to learn more music production as well, go on the link in the description, because I have there a link where you can put your email in, and then you might be chosen to be under the first 30 people who can join my pre-launch course. And that is panned left and right, as I hear. Yeah, that is panned left and right. Let's listen to where the bass kicks in. Another sound you can hear is this sample from... I think I just downloaded that from Splice. It sounds really nice. It gives this ambient feeling. I've put as well a Valhalla Supermassive on top for the spaciness a little bit. Then this is probably just a yeah, this is just sidechain to the kick, so every time the kick is playing, this ambient sound is ducked down. And then this one is this really bizarre filter what I have with the, well, it's obviously a high pass filter, and then I duck down around 700 Hertz and 300, just some frequencies because I thought it's necessary. Because I think I wanted to have the space. That's exactly why I decreased those frequencies here, because I wanted to have the space for the bass more, which, yeah, just sounds better. And you need to sometimes duck elements down to give space for another element, which is more important. And let's just go quickly on the bass sample. What was that? It's literally a Moog bass. I think it's from a sample pack from Joko. Let's see how I processed it very quickly. Yeah, there's the decapitator on top, like this. Then we have also 9 to probably create some stereo image. Yeah, stereo image. You can divide the stereo width into different aspects. Let's say from 0 to 150 hertz. That's usually your sub bass anyway, or like your low end. And you want this always to be mono. You never want this to have in stereo. That's just how I learned it. I'm not even sure exactly why. Then you have, yeah, I just wanted to create a little bit of stereo width. And then I don't even have, which is really interesting. Usually I use compressors for my bass. But I think in this track, because it's a more chill, deep housey kind of track, I feel like the energy doesn't have to be that high because it's very chill and it just flows. And yeah, and then I have obviously the LFO tool here, which is the sidechain. It's straight. It's connected to the kick. So as you can see here, the length of the kick is matching perfectly to the sidechain of the bass. It goes to here, and that goes to here as well. And then I cut away a lot of the high frequencies here actually. Here, 800. This is a little trick I use usually for my bass, because if you decrease some frequencies around 80 hertz, just like a little low shelf filter, that's when you can hear the kick punch through better. But I boosted, I think, a little bit as well the sub frequencies. And we are back, guys. My computer just turned off. Let's go now to the main part of the track and see what exactly happened here. So as you can see here, every time, like I have clap layer 2 here, I have another clap here. Let's go to the drops right away. You can hear from the clap the difference between before the clap. This is just one clap layer. Able tunes, right, like downfall, then a riser. The vocals. So as you can see here, before the drop I have one clap layer, and then on the drop itself I have 2 clap layers here, probably both as well from Evolution or Sound. On the master channel you can see this low pass filter just because the drop hits. And then on the drop obviously there's this crash, which is, I guess, as well from very simple, what I believe as well is from Splice. All the plugins I'm using, most of them literally just FL Studio stock plugins. This techniques I'm teaching here is also in my other videos. You can definitely check this out as well, where I'm explaining basically how you can create more variety in your hook or in your drop. And this is like the automation from the clap to the reverb channel. You can just look at this here. This is just automation basically here. I love the Valhalla Supermassive. I'm always like using that a lot of times. I'm using basically the Fruity Reverb 2 and Valhalla Supermassive. That's pretty much all the reverbs I'm using for all my tracks of how to learn house music. Yeah, other than that, we have also this snare mix automation. Let's go on this one here. Another Valhalla Supermassive, and the more it plays, the more wet it gets. There you can see it here. There you go. And it starts from the beginning again. If you can see, like, it's very repetitive. Like all those patterns you can see, they're very repetitive. Because of the automations, which are going towards the end of each 8 bars, it creates interesting moments also with the claps. Then you have also Valhalla Percussion 1. This is again probably a reverb, wet and dry by automation. And yeah, and then here's the other. And then I have another little element which is playing here. This is a Lab Spitfire Audio, a free plugin. You can download this as well. Does it have? Oh, it doesn't even have groove. How did I come up with those chords? I'm pretty sure I came up with those chords just by playing a bit, and I think I didn't, like, at the end of the day, there's not much change on those chords, you know, it's the same notes all the time, and this one specific chord just creates like an interesting vibe, I would say. And again, this is the part where you just hear the kick and the bass and this little melody playing. Spoon noise. Let's listen to all the percussions together. As you can see, there's elements in this track which go on for the whole track, and it's just literally repetitive movements, but I'm taking things away, I'm putting things back in, I'm adding automations with a reverb, wet, dry mix, and it's very simple. And the basic idea of this track I got literally because I listened to this one track which is here, which is the reference track, which is Make Love to Me Baby, and I like this track so much that I listened to it so many times that I just had to create this like track which sounds similar to it. Obviously it's not a copy of it, but I had this feeling like I want to create a similar track, and that's exactly what I came up with. Yeah, definitely check it out on Spotify, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and see you guys in the next YouTube videos.